All right, good morning. Thank you for joining us on the Thursday edition of TVC Breakfast. I am Veronica Danny Coy.
Well, a very good morning, Nigeria. You know how we do it. It's always amazing to have you join us every morning where we bring you everything happening in our very beloved country, Nigeria. You know how I say it? There is a lot to talk about on the show this morning. I'm Ria Abdul. Welcome to our show.
Rise and shine, Nigeria. It's time for breakfast. Now, you could be anywhere, but you're choosing to spend your morning here with us on the TVC Breakfast Show. We're very grateful. You're very welcome. I'm Olamide Odekunle.
Good morning, Nigeria. Here at TVC, we present objective analysis that shape national and your personal views. My name is Biodu Shomu.
All right, and there you have it. A very good morning, everybody. Mr. Biodu, always good to see you in your lovely white. Thank you so much. Thank you. And you know, Olamide is matching with Veronica.
Absolutely, and the two of you are matching.
Looks really beautiful.
Olamide is also Veronica is also welcome.
We are used to me sitting there.
I know, and blessed is Mr. Shomi among very beautiful, fantastic women.
The issue for me is that today is public holiday, and let's get this.
This is journalistic integrity, Ms. Veronica. You have to be here.
It's a very beautiful holiday, but let's just say, to our Muslim brothers and sisters, Mankare Azumi, yo Allah, ba mu zaman lafiya kuma Allah bar mu tare. But let's give you a rundown of what will be happening on the show this morning. You know how we do it. At some point, we will give you the newspaper review where we talk about everything that has made headlines to the newspaper. Later on, we'll be talking about health. When we take you all the way to Abuja, we'll be talking about the president's visit to the United Kingdom. So do make sure you grab that cup of coffee and let's have a very fantastic show. Out with the story, President Bola Tinubu's historic visit to the United Kingdom is generating strong reactions, not just at home, but across the Nigerian diaspora. While the royal reception in Windsor underscores deep historical ties, attention is now shifting to what this visit could mean for trade, investment, and the everyday realities of Nigerians living abroad. TVC News State House correspondent Femi Akande brings us more.
President Bola Tinubu's visit to the United Kingdom has quickly become a major talking point among Nigerians in the diaspora. Beyond its historic significance, the first state visit of its kind in decades, many are focused on the opportunities it could unlock across key sectors, including science and technology, defense, education, arts and culture, and the maritime economy. For many Nigerians in the UK, the excitement is palpable. There is growing optimism that the visit could open new economic pathways and strengthen professional and educational opportunities.
Nigeria seeks partnership with defense. We have a lot of government officials that deals with security on ground right now, speaking with their counterparts here, ensuring we can have tap into the British expertise on fighting terrorism. You know, they've had a history fighting the Irish Republican Army in the 70s and 80s, and now we want to get into that, buy some equipment, and also, we have that knowledge to fight our own issues of strife within the Nigerian border and the West African sub-region.
Within political circles in the diaspora, especially among members of the APC in the UK, there is strong backing for the president's reform agenda. They argue that despite current economic challenges, the administration is laying the groundwork for recovery and growth.
Yes, this man just spent 2 years, 8 months. Let us give this man more time. Yes, it's painful, but gradually we will get to that uhuru, so to say.
Without no doubt, we all see what he has been doing and his efforts, but we need to be patient.
As engagements continue, the real test will be how these high-level talks translate into tangible benefits for Nigerians both at home and abroad.
These things have been going wrong for a long time and we can't fix it overnight. That is what we're saying. If you look at all the policy reform that the president is putting in place, definitely in a couple of years, things will start looking better for everybody.
And as President Bola Tinubu continues his engagement in London, attention will remain on the outcomes, particularly the agreement expected to shape Nigeria's economic direction and strengthen its global partnerships. Femi Akonde, TVC News, Windsor.
All right, thank you so much, Femi, right there for that fantastic report. Mr. Shomi, I'll be starting with you on this one. You know, this is a very historical visit when we talk about after 37 years, you know, we're seeing the president in London. It's beautiful to see that he's the chief marketer of Nigeria, so he has to be the president to go out and market Nigeria in a beautiful way. We're seeing that we're getting relations between, you know, the UK and Nigeria. And I'll start on a lighter note. It's so funny and really beautiful because King Charles III, he said, Naija, no, they carry last. And when he said it, everybody was cheering, you know, during the dinner. But let's talk about some of the things that we want to be the outcome, you know, from this visit. We talk about security, we talk about trade. You know, what's your take on it?
Honestly speaking, it's not just the first visit in 37 years.
Yeah.
We are looking at a situation where he's the first president in history to ever visited or be received at Windsor Castle. The rest have gone to Buckingham Palace and all that. And it's also the first president that is actually delivering a speech inside the Windsor Castle, you know, from Nigeria. For me, that is massive. But again, when you look at the banquet yesterday, he spoke about security. Uppermost in his mind is the issue of security, intention to collaborate with Britain, and that probably will be discussed today with the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. He spoke about, you know, the issue of Nigerians in diaspora, their contributions to the economy of Britain. They are not just there, but they are making valuable contributions, particularly in the health sector, including social services. And of course, he spoke about trade and investment. If you look at the issue, you know, it's a well-timed visit coming after the 2024 $5 billion investment by Shell, you know, in Bonga North, and also coming just immediately after, just this month, when Shell actually confirmed another $20 billion investment in Bonga Southwest called Akparo, you know, in Nigeria. Final investment decision. For me, nothing can be better than that. So it was that he also expressed gratitude, you know, to the British government for the support provided during the Abacha days era, the military era, when he was one of the leaders, you know, that advocated, you know, for the return of democracy and the restoration of June 12. So for me, I think he did very well, and he spoke very well. He spoke the minds of most Nigerians. But uppermost in his mind is security. That was the first
security,
issue.
exactly, you know, and that's what we actually expect. But Veronica, let me come to you with this. It's a beautiful one to see that, you know, the president is actually delivering a speech and all of that. But we talk about a lot of MOUs have been signed. As we speak, Lagos State government seals a deal with the United Kingdom as part of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu visit to the UK to empower 3 million students with sports-driven digital skills from April 2026. And oftentimes there are a lot of naysayers when they're like, oh, our country is not really doing well. What's the president doing there? But right now we are seeing that MOUs are being signed.
Yes, so for the average Nigerian, beyond the MOUs being signed, is that they want to feel the impact of these meetings. We have seen the president move from one country, the UAE, Turkey, and all of that. And you keep hearing Nigerians say, how is this impacting our lives? So I feel that that is where governments have to collaborate with state government, like we have seen with Lagos State, so that these benefits can trickle down to the people. The federal government is here, the state government is closer to the people, and so the various tiers of government need to see how they can work hand in glove to ensure that everything that the federal government is doing or that the president is championing gets to the average Nigerian. That's the most important thing. Because when the president has done his homework, he has people who are responsible for ensuring that these things translate to the results he is expecting. So I guess he needs to start giving these persons KPIs and saying, you know what, do this, I need to see results in 6 months, in 5 months, and let's begin to see how we are gaining the results of everything we've been talking about with these various countries. That will help us position ourselves in a place of pride where we can also negotiate strongly with other governments who are seeing these kinds of conversation that the president is having with the UK.
Fantastic. Olamide, quickly, let me come to you on this. You know, we saw the diaspora speaking that, you know, give this man a chance, be patient, let's see what he can do. But oftentimes we say that we demarket Nigeria a whole lot. You know, even maybe you do not like the government, then you are cursing Nigeria. But at the end of the day, that government will go, Nigeria will remain Nigeria. And it's beautiful to see some diasporas just speak about the fact that they want to jackpot, that they want to come back home, because there's no place like home, actually.
You know, I really appreciate this focus on the diaspora, because Prince Charles, King Charles III, he did describe diaspora as a living bridge He said the very Nigerians that are existing in the United Kingdom, they are a living bridge to Nigeria. And I think it speaks a lot to how the diaspora has influenced the culture. Oftentimes we talk, like you rightly said, about Nigerians who go to the United Kingdom and behave very terribly. But we now have a diaspora that is representing us well, to a point where, you know, you have the royal family saying we are so proud of this community, so much so that we now see you, Nigeria, not just as a former colony, but as a diaspora-powered economy. That is very, very powerful. There's a lot of pomp and pageantry around this, and I think it's very symbolic. I don't think that, I saw some public sentiment saying, you know, this royal banquet, the president in a car, it's very important. It's symbolic, and it signals international prestige, it signals international pride, it signals international legitimacy, especially at a time when Nigeria is facing so much doubt and a lack of credibility, if you will, from foreign partners. Nigeria is a very viable, equal economic partner to the United Kingdom, and Prince Charles III has recognized that. That is very, very, King Charles has recognized that. We have to remember that other world powers are competing for interest in Nigeria. When you talk about Turkey, the United Arab Emirates, China, Nigeria strategically matters, and this phase is a reminder of that.
Exactly, and as we say, we're the giants of Africa, we stand by that. But anyway, we will go on a quick breather now. When we come back, Olamide will bring us everything that has made it to the newspaper. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. It's TVC Breakfast.